Good afternoon, folks. In this video, we're going to be going over the latest Detroit Lions news. We're going to talk about the Lions and Cowboys point spread. What does it show? Lions hangover is real. We're going to go into the NFC. What does it look like right now for the playoff bracket if we were to end today? The NFC North, what happened? And we're going to go game-by-game prediction for the rest of the Lions schedule. Let's go. Predict the Lions win-loss record so far after the 5 weeks so far of the NFL. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go ahead and start out with Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys. What's the point spread? Well, the game is on Sunday, 4:25 p.m. The Lions right now are favored to win the game by 3 points. The total over and under is 48.5. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take the over on that point spread. I think that the Lions and Dallas combined will get over 48.5. I like the Lions that are favored by 3. I think that's about right. Generally speaking, you give 3 points to the home team. If you're to be on an even field, you'd say then the Lions probably win by 6, right? So I think this is about good for the Detroit Lions in regards to the point spread and what we are looking at here. Dallas played last night. They did win the game, but it was not pretty, and they are banged up quite a bit. A lot of players over there injured, and it's going to be difficult. And not only that, the game was delayed last night on a Monday Night Football, so they got an extremely short week. The Lions are completely rested off a bye week. So I think the Lions have a good shot to win this game. So the point spread, I think, is fitting. So question for you, how excited are you for this game, the revenge game on Sunday? We've been waiting for this one for a long time since the 2-point conversion debacle. 1 if you don't really care, 100 if you're intense ready for this game on Sunday. Lions hangover, what does that mean? It means when a team faces the Lions, the following week, they get dominated and destroyed because the Lions are such a physical, demanding, and beating football team, and we're seeing that this is legit. Why is that? Because so far, every time the Lions face a team, the next week that team gets demolished. The Lions beat the Rams. The following week, the Rams lose to the Cardinals 41-10. They get smoked. The Lions face the Buccaneers. They get blown out by the Denver Broncos 26-7. The Arizona Cardinals, after getting beat by the Lions, they get smashed 42-14. And Seattle Seahawks, who we just faced, got beat by the New York Giants, who I think is a butt cheeks of a football team, 29-20. I do think it's a realistic thing about the Lions hangover. And why do I think it's real? Because I think the Lions are a real physical football team that teams have to give it all, and they're beat up afterwards. It's one of those teams where you're like, oh, you're feeling it the next day. I've always said the Steelers are a team like that. The Ravens can been a team like that. And even last night, you look at the Steelers, how they faced the Dallas Cowboys. They're very, very, I think they're beat up and physical, and that's what the team, like the Lions now, the blue-collar, the physical team does to others. I think it's a legit thing, 110%. I don't think it's a made-up stat. I think it's the Lions are physical, and teams are feeling it. Let me talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, and that's GameTime. They're the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for any event, whether you're talking about sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price is guaranteed. That's the GameTime guaranteed. And I got to tell you what, experiencing a game at a venue is much better than being on a couch. Whether you're going to a Lions game, or if you want to go to the Lions game down in Dallas, in Jerry's World on Sunday, and they have a new feature that can help you out. That's Game Time Picks. That filters out all the fluff to give you the best deals for you for your tickets. So stop wasting time and get Game Time right now to get the best deals through thousands of tickets. The way you use Game Time Picks is you go into the Game Time app, you find it, the event, the game you want to go to. The app then will look for it in a 3D view. Then select the Game Time Picks button on top of the screen and automatically does the research for you. And it filters out the tickets in the database to give you the best deals and the best seats so you don't spend hours on a bunch of different ticketing sites trying to find the best tickets. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And in the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and if you move your phone left or right, you can see the surrounding area kind of like a 3D live photo. Also, all pricing is right there for you, so you're not getting hidden fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets on Game Time today. How do you do this? You go to the Game Time app, plug in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports. You're going to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms that apply. You got to create an account. You got to have an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. Okay, so let's look at the NFC North after this past week. And the Vikings are undefeated at 5-0. They beat the Jets, the hopeless Jets. The Vikings didn't look that great in that game, but you can't help but say, wow, kudos to 5-0. Lions are 3-1, lost to the Buccaneers. Green Bay Packers, they won last night, 3-2. They're a team that's kind of exactly what I expected they would be. And the Chicago Bears demolished the good old Carolina Panthers. The NFC North is a tough division. Everybody in the division has a winning record. So question for you then. Will the Lions win the NFC North? Y for yes and for no, because we're going to go through the schedule right now, the remaining schedule for our Detroit Lions. And I got to say, when we do this schedule here, it is the schedule prediction. I kind of want to see also where I'm at. I had the Lions going 12 wins. 12-5 for this season. Let's get into it as the Lions are sitting at 3-1 right now. Now on Sunday we have a massive game. I think the Detroit Lions beat the Dallas Cowboys here. We'll do a breakdown on Wednesday, but I do got the Lions going to 4-1. The Vikings, the biggest game of the year. They should somehow flex it into prime time. You know, you got 4-1 at this point going to 5-0 Vikings. I actually have the Lions winning this game, going to 5-1. Then we go back home to the Tennessee Titans. Titans right now are an absolute mess. They are a train wreck. So I have the Lions winning that game, going to 6-1. Then we got to travel to Green Bay, and this is the issue. I think that the Lions are the better team, but sometimes you just lose a game. And I think there's a possibility where we could lose a game there. We go to 6-2. I know we have not done back-to-back losses in a long time for this football team, but the Texans are a tough, gritty team like the Lions of the AFC. And we're literally traveling 4 out of 5 weeks. So I got the Lions losing that game and, going to 6-3. But our schedule gets a little bit easier for the Lions there. We're back home. We face the Jaguars. We're going to win that game. I got the Lions then traveling to Indianapolis. The Lions should be favored, and they should win that game as well. No doubt about it. That's where I got. The Bears, we're facing them at home on Thanksgiving. The Lions going to win that game. Then Packers back. We lost in Lambeau. We're going to win this game. We defeat Green Bay week 14. Buffalo Bills, that's going to be a difficult game. I still think Buffalo's a really good team, and I know they just lost a weird game. They were literally at the 2-yard line. All they had to do was run the football to go to overtime, and they felt like messing around with the Texans and lost the game. They're still a good squad, so I got the Lions losing there. We got 3 games left, and it's going to be fun here. The Lions then travel to Soldier Field to face the Chicago Bears. I got the Lions sweeping the Bears. I just think they're the better overall team. I know Caleb Williams is playing a little better as of late, but they also have played really poor teams that can make anybody look good, like the Panthers. So I had that there. The 49ers, they are not as good as we thought they were. They're really banged up right now. I still think they're a good team. I think this game will determine this will determine the number 1 seed in the NFC. And I got the Lions. Well, it could be this. I don't know if the 49ers are going to be in there at this point. I still think they're going to be a really good team. But either way, the Lions got to win this game, right? If it determines the number 1 seed or not, and I got the Lions winning this game. Just the 49ers seem a little bit off compared to what they have been, the last couple of years. It just seems a little bit off. And I know they're banged up. Christian McCaffrey, all of that. So predict the Lions win-loss record in the comments right now. What have you got? 12 wins, 13 wins? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get to the final week. Lions versus Vikings. Lions are sitting at 12 wins at this point. And the Lions are hosting the Vikings. We already defeated them, and I'm going to give the Vikings the victory here. I still think the Lions get 12 wins, and that's where I have the Lions at overall with their record. I have them at 12-5. I still think that's a legitimate record there. 12 wins, sitting on where I was at. I think that's about where they'll still be. Now I do believe with 12 wins, the NFC has a lot of good teams in there, and they got to face each other like the NFC North. I think 12 wins will be that you could be the number 1 seed with the 12 wins. I think you can be, just because of the Lions going to face the Vikings multiple times, then the Packers and the Chicago Bears. It's a lot of good teams in the NFC right now. There's just a lot. Seattle Seahawks can win games, the Washington Commanders. So 12, 13 wins should get that number 1 seed in my opinion. So it's going to be really, really, really close. What about your thoughts? Do you think that I'm off? Do you think that they should get 13 wins? What game is the game that you are really nervous about for the rest of the schedule? Is it the Vikings? Are you worried about them? We got to face them twice. The Packers, the Houston Texans we got to face. Give me your thoughts about the Lions' schedule and where they're at in the comments. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out with the latest Lions news